Ooh, this is hard, okay. Okay. Hello everyone, I'm Penny Felis, and I'm going to share with you a day in my life in the year 2006. I was at our river house up in Needles with my family, and my son Tommy was 12 at the time, and my son Nasi was 10. And we were there, and usually in the mornings I woke up early to go for my run before we got out on the boat. So I woke up around 6 o'clock and went my run, and I had started running because ever since I saw Julia Roberts in Conspiracy Theory, she would run because she thought somebody was going to chase her, and so I thought, well, God, I mean, I better start running because if somebody were chase me, I can't get away. So I started sprinting. And so I was doing my sprints, and it was silly, but here I was sprinting, and so I went for my run, and I went back to the house, and I grabbed a cup of coffee and walked down to the jetty, and just enjoyed the peaceful time. It was only about 7 in the morning, no one's really up, and it was beautiful. It was about 85 degrees so far, and sun was shining, and the birds were flying by, and the water was just beautiful. It was crystal clear, and you could see the bottom, you could see the fish swimming by, and everything. It was really nice. So had my cup of coffee, went back to the house, woke everybody up, we had breakfast, and my ex went and got the boat, and the boys and I got everything ready for the boat, to get taken on the boat. So he brought the boat back to the house, and we loaded the towels, the sunscreen, the football, the food, drinks, the water balloons, water balloon launcher, which was the kids' favorite because it was fun to hit the boats as they were, going by. So anyway, so we loaded everything up, and we headed down to the dock, and we launched the boat, and we headed down the river, and it was, so we started heading down, and we started getting warm, so we put the bimini top up, and decided to jump in the water, and we, and also we saw some boats going by, so we grabbed the water balloon launcher and started launching with the boats, and we had about 3 or 5. It was pretty good. So anyway, so we got back on the boat, and we headed down to the sandbar, and we met our friends down there. So as soon as we got there, the boys grabbed the football, they jumped out of the boat, and they started playing with their friends. And so we got out the anchor, secured the boat, tied all the boats together, and so we got everything secured, and then we grabbed a drink, and we just relaxed with all of our friends. So we were sitting there kicking back, and about an hour later we had some lunch, and the boys decided afterwards they wanted to swim across to the other side of the river where the big rock was with all their friends. So they all got in the water, and they were swimming across, and when it got to the deep part, I was watching them, making sure that everybody was there, and so I was counting their heads, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, until they got all the way across, and it was not dangerous anymore. So they hung out there for about 15 minutes, and I watched them, and as they got back again into the deep part of the water, and they're swimming across, I counted again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I kept counting until they were about chest deep, and I knew that they all could walk across the water. So I'm like, okay, I just started relaxing a little bit. I'm turning around, my friends were just, standing in the sand, and we're sitting there kicking back, and all of a sudden I hear my son yelling something, and I'm like, God, what's he saying? But I can't. So as I turned, I saw them going in and out of the water, and I'm like, ugh, they're fighting again. I go, God, they're always fighting. I'm going to walk over there and tell them, knock it off, or we're leaving and going home. That's it. So as I started getting closer, I could finally hear what my son was saying. He was like, help, help. Somebody help me. My brother's having a seizure. So as I started running towards him, I turned to my ex and I said, hurry, Tommy's having a seizure. So we all started running towards my son, and I got there first, and I'd help him keep him up on the water. And thank God my son, when he had the seizure, was next to his brother. His brother saw him and lifted him up because he could have floated way down the river. We never would have saw him. So held him there until everybody got over there, and it was hard to hold him because he was convulsing. So once he stopped having the seizure, we carried him back to the boat, and we sat there, and 2 of our friends that were there were fire captains, and so they checked him out, and they said, he's going to be okay. He didn't swallow any water, and so I was very thankful. So we sat there and let him relax for a little bit, because if you have a seizure, it's kind of like you ran a marathon, you can't really move. And so we sat there, and it became very apparent to me that day as to, I guess, the reason why I really started running was to help save my son's life, and so anyways, we just got him back in the boat, and we went home, and he was okay. So that was my worst day of my life.